Beacons! I need more beacons. Welcome back to the STBN server. I am the Colonel. Thank you for joining me today. Oh, I don't even know where to begin. Let's begin here, shall we? How awesome is this? This turned out really well. I'm loving this. Especially nice at night because you get the dark backdrop. It's really, really nice. And I especially like how the walls turned out. I was kind of skeptical, but it's grown on me. I like it. We'll have to do some more down here, but we'll do that in a future episode. For now, I need to... we're going to start working on the Plantation house. And I'm kind of cheesed off because I'm going out of town for a couple of days. Actually, most of the week. So I wanted to record a couple of episodes ahead of time before I go up there. I wanted to record a couple of episodes ahead of time. I did that, but it turns out that the episodes actually didn't record. I have some really stupid problem with my microphone driver that it crashes every once in a while, but it doesn't tell me it crashes. So I hit record, and it craps out so bad that it doesn't actually record anything. Bandicam says it's recording, but it actually doesn't record squat. So the problem that I have is that when I go to actually edit the episode, I see these 5K size files. That's it. They're 5K long. They're useless. There's nothing recorded, absolutely nothing. So I recorded 2 episodes worth of content, had a couple of nice time lapses, and unfortunately, they didn't record. So, surprise. Oh God, it's terrible. It's terrible. So y'all remember this is our strip mine, right? So what I wanted to do, I need to have some farms, and I'm gonna have a sugarcane farm. I'm gonna have an automated pumpkin farm, and I'm gonna have a cactus farm, and those are gonna be over here. And I wanted this area to kind of be walled off and sort of secluded. And then I'm going to bump out the sides. So I wanted to bump out this side over here, this side over here, and this side over here. And this side would just be, this is our access way. Probably we'll have some sort of secondary or tertiary access ways, like in the corners, possibly. Not sure. Maybe this corner or that corner over there. Because this whole area is going to be built up. And I'm kind of thinking long term, and this little causeway is how we're going to access it. Don't know if I'm going to stay with the grass or if we're going to put an actual path in here. Have not decided that yet. I want to get up on this tower, and I wish I would have brought some dirt with me. I think I got some dirt in here. So yeah, we're gonna do some work in here. I think this episode... Are you kidding me? Last time I did this, it overshot it. It's gonna overshoot it again. Just watch. Oh, alright. Barely. Let's see. Let me grab some dirt here. Not that. Yeah, this'll do. This will do nicely. Let's see if I can hit that and fall to my death. Well, I hit it. So this whole area, I actually moved the house. I built the house, or at least the frame of it, the outside kind of layout. It just drives me nuts that I lost all that footage. Absolutely nuts. So there is the... you know what? Let me go a little further. You can see Pudsy's... Actually, you can't see it now, but Pudsy's old base was over there, her castle. And that is her livestock farm. And over to the right, directly, I guess if straight ahead was north, Then to the east is Derptator's base. There we go. So Derptator's is, I think, over somewhere over there. Possibly over there. I think it's over there. So, yeah, I've been trying and procrastinating about coming over here because this project is so, big projects are very daunting. And when you've got a lot of details and things going on in your mind about what you want to do, and you've got so many things that you want to do, and, in some cases you're not sure what you want to do, and starting to build something that's on this scale is scary because you don't want to have to stop midway through and then tear stuff down. So I've been trying to kind of figure out exactly what I want to do with this build, or exactly what it's going to look like. I've had the materials actually for a while to do this, and just recently got the materials to do the walls, which is what we're going to work on over here today. So it's been more of a matter of both finding the time, because I've had several other projects. And now that we're done with Glammy's project, it's time that I need to focus on this. I was writing some stuff down on some paper the other day, and actually this design here is sort of based on, at least the walls in the corners, is loosely based on a cover that I saw from a Leonard Skinner album, and I think it's the one that's got Sweet Home Alabama on it. I don't think I have an image. If I remember, I'll put an image in an overlay here. But it's gonna have a neat design to it. And as I say, this side here is gonna bump out, and we're gonna bump out over here, and we're gonna bump out over here as well. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the 3 farms everything's gonna be underground, and it's gonna funnel the items up to like a little, almost like a gazebo kind of hut. And we can go into there and grab the items. So we'll do that for the sugarcane, the cactus, and the pumpkin farms. I'm not sure what design I'm going to use. I have a feeling for the pumpkin farm that I'm going to use, and I say this, I qualify this, probably going to use the same design that Andrew came up with, and I'm not sure if he got it from somewhere. I'm sure he did. I think you mentioned Impulse or Tango or one of those guys. But I'm going to use the similar design to his because I like the fact that everything kind of pushes. It's like a 4-sided design, so the pumpkins all kind of push to the middle and they don't go anywhere except down. So I like that design. It's efficient. We may do multiple little squares. I mean, we don't need a butt ton of them. So I'm not going to go hog wild on it, but I like the design. I have not looked at his redstone. I did watch his video, but I didn't really pay attention to the redstone. I just like the concept of having everything pushed in the middle. So I'm hoping that the redstone is something I can come up with on my own without having to cheat. But the concept itself is one that Andrew was using, so I liked it. So I'm going to try and mimic it. Not sure what I'm going to do with the sugarcane. I've had a design that I've used in the past. I may or may not use that. I don't know. And I think the one I used in the past was the one from Mumbo. Can't remember. And the cactus one, not sure about that. It'll probably just be the standard cactus farm that I think the one I used in the past was the Ethos. I may try something new. I like trying stuff that's new. It may not be the most efficient, but if it's different, and then that it's challenging, then I'm game for it. So we're going to do that. I'm going to bump these guys out. The walls will bump out as well. And we'll have some nice design in the corner and stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. And then we'll have some sort of garden-ish kind of stuff in the corners. And we will also have probably a maintenance hut somewhere. I'm not sure where, though. In fact, we could very well have the maintenance hut underground because this is raised up. So what we did in the time lapse that you did not see was flatten this area out. It was a fantastic time lapse and it would have been great set to music. However, my computer's stupid. Over here, we've been terraforming this for a while. Or I terraformed it a while ago, and so it's we raised it up a bit because I needed to have an elevation difference between here and down here. So we have that now, but I actually had to move. I had originally had this back here, but because of the size of this building, it's going to be like a... It's inspired by a trip I made to Alabama, southern Alabama, back in the spring. I had to go to a couple of weddings. And, it reminded me... I wanted to do some sort of plantation house. I don't think there's many of them there. You see plantations mostly in the Georgia and North Carolina, the Carolinas. But I wanted to do some sort of hybrid of it. I want to do a mansion, a southern mansion, I guess. We've kind of got things sort of spaced out and outlined. I'm probably going to have a second floor back here somewhere, but I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't know what the roof is going to look like. I have an idea. And I don't know what I'm going to do in the front here for the second floor. I may make it like balconies or something. Or second floor patios. I don't know. So I don't know. There's lots of things I need to do, but the big thing that we're going to work on, at least for now, for the time being, until I figure out what I want to do here, is the farms. Now, there's going to be a lot more terraforming that has to happen. Most of it's going to have to happen over here. I wish I could switch it to night. Most of it's going to happen kind of like around this line here, and it's going to extend out. So what I'd like to do is have like the road coming from Derp's base, because he's got a road that kind of goes through his base, and I think there's the road that we've got coming from Spawn that splits off between Derp's and Chuff's bases. I think we could probably extend that through the mountain over to the side here. I think it could be over that way. I think that's where the lights are going. I don't know. We'll have to figure out where that specifically is, but I would like to have like the main roadway coming up that way. And one of the things that inspired me about the trip down there was like the pine trees, and I want to sort of mimic that here. And I've come up with a design that I think would look really good to mimic that. And I also want to have a bunch of like huge trees with Spanish moss and stuff. So, I think this is going to look really nice when we're done. But there's going to be a lot of terraforming work that has to happen. So this is going to be like a multi episode project to get this whole area. This is going to be like the focus of the series, I think, moving forward. We still have some work to do back at the amphitheater. So that's still another project that's ongoing. Nowhere near done that either. And, there's still a few things that I want to do over at the Kernel Logistics building. So there's lots of stuff that I have planned. But I think most of the focus is going to be over here trying to build this up. So I've got, as I say, many ideas still that I want to implement. I want to do them all right now, but I don't have time to do that. So I think our focus is going to be on these. And I think the first order of business is for me to sleep, and then we're going to start working on the wall here. And I've got what I think is a pretty interesting design that will not just allow us to oh crap. There you go. Oh, I gotta light this place up, man. Suck it. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna need this dirt, so I have to grab it. So I've come up with a design that I think is gonna make this look kind of interesting and prevent mobs also from coming in, but it will allow us to kind of see into this area. Part of this is going to be a garden, and there's going to be another garden somewhere around here. I don't know where yet. But it's going to be a garden that is kind of inspired by Tom's Midnight Garden. But we'll get into that one when that project comes along. But it is coming. There's going to be a project for it. But I need to get working on this wall. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to try a time lapse, another one. See how this goes and get these walls built up. And the walls are going to be all this height all the way around. Maybe 1 block higher. Maybe not. We'll see. And they're going to be all the way around and allow us to hopefully see in. Now, I'm going to block it off all the way around, and then we're going to come back later and do the bump outs, because the bump outs are going to be kind of rounded, but I'm not sure the dimensions yet. I don't want to really do them until I actually have the farms built, or at least one farm built, so that I know what the building's going to look like, the storage building. So we're going to hold off on that. But let me get working on this the outside wall here, and I think when we're finished that, I think a lot of us. I'll be back in a minute with a fantastic time lapse. Don't want to miss it. Alright, so we've got a little bit of more work to do. Apparently I ran out of the bricks, so I gotta go dig up some more clay. That's gonna be fun. But just kind of wrapping up some things here, little finishing touches, at least as much as I can get done. Need a block there. There we go. Alright, so now all of the corners have lights. I've done as much as I could of this part here, and done this wall here. So now we just need enough to do the rest of it, which is going to take a lot of clay, a lot of clay, a lot of clay. So I'm going to go have to do that, dig that up in between episodes. So I think we made some good progress today. So hopefully you enjoyed, and if you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to leave them below. And until next episode, please do take care.